Species Profile of the Virginia Opossum, Didelphis virginiana, presented by Heather Hill. Today I will introduce you to the only marsupial in North America, which is Didelphis virginiana, the Virginia opossum. However, most people know it as simply a possum or an opossum. The opossum lives in an area which stretches from the southernmost parts of Canada down the eastern section of the United States through Mexico and into Central America, including Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. They also live on the Pacific coast in Washington and Oregon. The current location of study of the opossum is within the forest biome in Augusta, Georgia. The opossum's preferred habitat is a temperate forest with wet marshland and swamps. However, they will also live within the cities and suburbs. The Virginia opossum is a nocturnal mammal, so it is unlikely you'll see it strolling around unless it is nearing sunset. Since they prefer to live in swamps and marshes, they will utilize empty dens and fallen logs as places to live. The opossum is an omnivore and will eat a variety of plants, fruits, insects, birds, and lizards, as well as garbage and carrion. In the wild, their life expectancy will range from 1.5 to 2 years. The opossum is not at risk for extinction as its population is increasing. The opossum has a long, white face with a pointed snout and little beady black eyes. They also have a long and scaly, hairless, prehensile tail that they use to grasp tree branches. The opossum also has clawless, opposable thumbs on its hind feet, which help them dangle from limbs. Opossums have 50 teeth, 18 more than humans. While opossum outer fur is mostly gray, depending on the region they live in, their underfur will vary in color and thickness. Northern opossums have thick white underfur, while those farther south have sparse underfur. Opossums are about the size of a large house cat, with males being larger than the females, 0.8 to 6.4 kilograms compared to 0.3 to 3.7 kilograms respectively. Females also have a pouch on their abdomen where they carry their young and allow them to grow and mature while remaining attached to a constant milk supply. During the opossum mating season, which can last from January through October, the male will attract a female by making clicking sounds with its mouth. The Opossum Society says that females ovulate about every 28 days for about 36 hours. Once the pair has mated, the male will leave the female and not return. Gestation only lasts about 2 weeks, which is common in marsupials. Females can give birth to as many as 20 young, but generally only have 7 or 8 babies. There are usually only 13 nipples in the female opossum's pouch. Therefore, if more babies successfully get to the pouch, only the first 13 will survive. After 11 to 13 days, the young opossums, no larger than a honeybee, must leave the birth canal and climb up the mother's fur-lined stomach to make their way to the pouch and latch onto an available nipple. Many times a baby can get lost in the fur and not make it to the pouch, so the mother will try to make the journey easier by licking her stomach and laying the fur flat with saliva. The babies will stay inside the pouch for about 2 months while they continue to grow and develop. Once they are too big to fit inside the pouch, the young opossums will hang on the mother's back as she searches for food. The juveniles are weaned after 3 months and will stay with their mother until they are about 5 months old. The reproductive system of the opossum is quite different from that of humans. The males have a bifurcated or forked penis. It can be compared to a 2-pronged fork, or looking like a snake's tongue. The female reproductive system has 2 of most internal structures. They have 2 vaginas, 2 cervixes, and 2 uteri, but only 1 central birth canal. Only females have a pouch on their stomach. As seen in the photo on the previous slide, the penis is forked. Within the male opossum's reproductive system, sperm heads align and pair inside the male reproductive tract during sperm maturation. The sperm are ejaculated as pairs and remain paired inside the female reproductive tract until just prior to fertilization, at which time the paired sperms separate into single spermatozoa. According to the Tree of Life, the Virginia opossum comes from the evolutionary lineage Animalia chordata, Mammalia marsupialia, Didelphimorphia, Didelphidae, Didelphis virginiana. The Virginia opossum shared a common ancestor with Australasian and South American marsupial mammals and placental mammals around 130 million years ago. South American shrew opossums had two phylogenetic markers that are also present in all Australdelphia, which is a sister group to Didelphimorphia. The two markers were absent in Didelphimorphia. This establishes Didelphimorphia as a sister group to 6 marsupial orders. The opossum has developed some evolutionary adaptations to give them an advantage and trick their would-be predators. One tactic they use is to drool excessively when confronted by a predator. They work themselves up until they foam and bubble around the mouth and nose. This tricks the predator into thinking they are ill and should not be eaten. Another adaptation they have mastered has garnered the nickname playing possum. When they are threatened, the animal will freeze its movement, slow down its breathing, and pretend to be dead until it feels that the danger has passed. Sometimes the opossum's eyes will remain open and stare fixedly in the distance, and sometimes their tongue even flops out of their mouth. They can remain in this state for up to 6 hours. Opossums will also hiss and show off their 50 teeth in what is called alligator mouth to scare the predators away. Opossums are immune to snake bites, bee stings, and other toxins. Opossums are relatively disease-free. They do not carry rabies, parvovirus, or distemper, unlike other nocturnal animals. According to Project Wildlife, they also eat pests that may destroy gardens, such as snails, slugs, rats, mice, and ticks. The Opossum Society site says that when young opossums are separated from their mother, they will make sneezing sounds to call out to her. The mother will then make clicking sounds back until they are reunited. There was an old wives' tale being proliferated that due to the male's two-pronged penis, it was a perfect size and fit for the female's nostrils. The male would then impregnate the female through the nose. She would then bend over and sneeze the embryos into the pouch, where they would latch onto a teat and continue their gestation and growth. Since baby opossums are so tiny when they leave the birth canal and begin to work their way up to the mother's belly into the fur-lined pouch, it was hard to disprove at the time. What was likely being observed when they saw the mother bending over was her cleaning her pouch prior to their birth, and they interpreted that as sneezing, since the babies magically appeared in the pouch the next day. Didelphis virginiana, also known as the Virginia opossum, is a commonly found marsupial throughout the Central and North America, primarily on the eastern coast. The Virginia opossum has a unique lifestyle compared to other mammals in America, as it is the only marsupial north of Central America. It has a prehensile tail and opposable thumbs on its hind feet, which allow it to dangle from branches. Over 130 million years ago, marsupials and placental mammals shared a common ancestor. The Virginia opossum is an omnivore and a scavenger, and it plays a vital role in consuming carrion. They are also opportunistic feeders and will eat trash left by humans in urban environments. Didelphis virginiana is an interesting marsupial unique to North America with intriguing evolutionary adaptations, both for reproducing and deceiving predators.